The physical side of life being your physical body and the way that you move, the way that you operate. The mental side of your life being the cognitive thoughts that you have, the way that your thoughts process, how mentally controlled you are, that sort of thing. Emotional being your feelings and your emotions, how emotionally controlled you are. Your spiritual side is going to be your inner connection. If it's a religious thing for you, for sure, it's going to be that faith, that inner connection to your higher self perhaps, your intuition, that sort of thing is going to be under your spiritual. Your social is going to be your friends and your activities and adventures, that sort of thing. Your financial is going to be obviously your financial, the way that you handle your money, the way that you are able to receive money and the money situation in your life, how you see it. The intimate side of life is going to be your sexual side, that private side of yourself that you don't really share with anybody else. The familial side is going to be your family. Now that's going to be however you see that. So whether it's your direct, immediate family or whether it is your extended family. The vocational side of your life is going to be what you spend the most time on in a day. So if it's going to a job, or if you're a full-time mum, or if you have a hobby at home, whatever it might be, the thing that you spend the most amount of time on in your day that's working towards something that's perhaps achievable for you, that's whatever your vocation is. The reason I've broken it up into these groups is I feel like that's covered everything for me. I feel like that's covered all areas of life. So it gives me a really great view of how I'm doing when I check in. Remember, there are no right or wrongs though. So if you think that social is something completely different than what I've mentioned it is, fine, go for it. This exercise is not about being right or wrong. It's very much about making sure that we're covering all areas of your life so that we know actually how you are as a person in entirety. The other thing I want to go into a little bit of depth about is the one-word answers. So I'll be looking for descriptives. One-word answers that are descriptive. Now, crap and good they're not going to cut it. And happy is almost not going to cut it either. Because happy doesn't tell me what you actually think about something. Happy just gives me, oh, that's your general feeling. Happy doesn't tell me what you're actually thinking about it. So, for example, if I was to say my social side of life at the moment, let's say I've been invited to a lot of things and I've got a lot of invitations to new and adventurous things, and I'm starting to take them up. Now, let's say that me starting to take up invitation is going to be a new thing for me. So I would search my brain and I would also be connecting in with how I feel about it, and I would be thinking something along the lines of adventurous or opportunities or new things like that, where I can really, really describe and also very much connect with what it is that I have to describe that area of my life with. It's very important because it will basically connect you. So the second that you read that word that you've written down, you'll be able to remember and recall all the feelings and all the reasons why you gave that word in the first place. So rather than me sitting here and giving you 4 or 5 sentences as to why my social life is good or not good, or fun or not fun, I can basically encapsulate that in one single word, and if it was opportunities, that tells a whole story in itself, doesn't it? There's a website, thesaurus.com. So if you do happen to struggle with words and finding the right descriptive words, please have some resources open that can help you to start to, stretch your brain a little bit. With practice, this is going to become much, much easier.